Hello everybody, welcome back to Back Out of the Case. This is Skyflight 44, aka Sect 44, and today I'm going to be playing some more Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. Now, well, that last, not the exact last actual cutscene, the one with the Clank security guard, but, well, the one in which Luna was talking and trying to explain everything to Ratchet and Clank. Well, there's one thing that bothers the hell out of me. Again, story related. And that's the entire, well, the Technomites don't like how people are using their technology and not giving them credit. At the same time, apparently the fucking Technomites think they can just hide themselves from the entire actual universe, or well, omniverse, and be nothing more than a myth, when they should know that very well. And then, that's stupid. Either just show yourselves, and then people will give you, you know, credit for your technology, or don't act. You can't be bothered by that. It's your fault. People don't give you any kind of respect. They don't give you any kind of, well, they don't give you any credit because they don't know you exist. They don't know you exist purely because you don't show yourselves. It's stupid. God, why? I don't get that kind of thinking. It's placing the blame on others and not yourself. I know plenty of people like that. But, oh well. This actual level is interesting. This is when the enemies start to get a little bit, kind of beefy. Granted, there really isn't anything new, and until the second half, of the level. There's two halves of this level. The first one's mainly a, you know, combat-oriented one. The, one after this is going to be more gadget based. And actually, now that I think about it, the polarizer actually does have a second use. The first one's basically just a key, what we've seen on the earlier 2 levels ago on that Technomite city. I forgot what the actual city or the level was called, but you get which one I'm talking about. The polarizer was pretty much only used as a key. Basically use it, and well, after that you can just continue going on with the level. And this one, you actually use it to get platforms, some of the platforms you're using to move, which is actually pretty interesting. I completely forgot about that when I was talking about the polarizer before. And it's actually kind of saves the gadget, in my opinion. There's really only that and the square-automatic. But as gadgets in this game, but there is something to be said about, you know, having focus when it comes to gadgets. The first game, I believe, had focus when it came to gadgets. It was basically the Trespasser was used quite a bit. You had the swing shot, which was used, you know, frequently. You had the actual grind boost, which, well, even if it wasn't used too much in the first game, it still had quite a lot of use with that in, well, the entire series. So I'm not gonna fault the first game if it didn't have that many grind boost sections. But the Hydro Displacer was also used frequently in a few places and was brought back in the final level as well. they actually were used quite a bit. This can't be said with every single gadget that you get in later Ratchet and Clank games. The big Ratchet and Clank game that I think of when I think of missed potential with gadgets is easily Tools of Destruction. I hate Tools of Destruction and what it does with some of its gadgets. The big gadget that I think of is the it's the gyrocycle. The gyrocycle is used 3 times in the game. The first time is in a 30-second actual segment. The second time is in a pretty much 5-second segment that really isn't all that very interesting. You don't really have any kind of input into it. It's just, you know, go forward and that's about it. The third section is about a minute long. It's pretty much the only real section you have with the gyrocycle. And the big reason why I say that I'm really pissed off about this is because the gyrocycle was really, really fun to use. Just think of you having like a motorcycle type actual you know, gadget, which was again just quite a lot of fun to actually go and use. But I can probably guess why they didn't actually use it more often, because of the speed of it. It's just, you're going to have to build, you know, bigger levels and all that stuff, so that would probably take more work than they might have. Well, it would have took more time than they might have had for the actual development time. But the actual, that's not going, even when I can try and rationalize it, it's still not going to change how disappointed I am with that. But oh well. The big thing that they actually did when it came to Quest for Booty and going into a cracking time was they tried using gadgets a bit, or having less gadgets. But even if the gyrocycle was, you know, underused, you also had the helicopter, the heli thing, which basically lifted up platforms for you. That was interesting. That gadget was also heavily underused. I can think of twice when you actually use it. And again, it's just, at some point, why do you even add in these gadgets if they're used so infrequently? But in a cracking time in Quest for Booty, they actually made the wrench have a lot of other, you know, other abilities, other uses for, you know, other uses that the gadgets probably would have taken up, which brought the wrench back into being actually useful, and well, that's always a plus. But it allowed them to focus on specific gadgets, and basically in a cracking time they had 4 gadgets, one of which you really only ever use with Clank. But there was the I forgot exactly what it was, but it was basically kind of like the hydro displacer a little bit, in which you actually would suck up either water, oil, or what was it? Sort of this like honey sap kind of thing, in which you would actually use it. You know, spread it on whatever you wanted. it'll squirt out water or something on all sorts of things. You'd use it with oil on any kind of rusty lock or something. You would use water on any kind of like heated platforms, on shit like that. There would be these little freaking mite-like things that were completely you couldn't kill them. They would kill you too easily, and the only way you could actually get past them, because they were pretty quick as well, was to distract them with that honey sap kind of thing. It was pretty interesting. They gave a lot of different purposes for that one gadget. You also had the hover boots, which were the platforming thing. You did also have the hyper shot, but you really didn't use it all that much.
Great work. Now, stand back, son. You better get out of here before the automatic virus detection program comes online and hunts you down. I'd head for the mouth if I were you.
There was also the really nice, what was it called? There was the really nice time orb thing, which would basically slow down time wherever it was. And while you never really actually used it with Ratchet, you could once you got Clank back. But it was really a Clank sort of actual gadget. It was pretty cool. There was far fewer actual gadgets in the game, but the gadgets were used so much more frequently that they just gave it so much more charm than some of the ones that were in just Tools of Destruction, which I believe they went down this path mainly because Tools of Destruction was pretty bad and the entire infrequently used gadgets territory. And I believe there was also a fourth gadget that you could use, but it escaped me at the moment. But this is the second half of Clank. We have Clank challenges, we have Clank segments, and we even have a Clank freaking level. But this is the latter half of it. The first one's mainly, fighting. This was more of a platforming-based one, gadget-based one, mainly using the polarizer. But while these little sections aren't all that great when it comes to the polarizer, just going from top to bottom onto the gravity boot segments and all that shit, not all that great. But there's actually one little area we actually have to use it to specifically move the platform. It's pretty cool. I'll at least say they tried fleshing out the polarizer and the Sproutomatic or Scrotomatic, whatever it is. I think it's Sproutomatic, I believe. I don't know. I like the gadgets in this game, at the same time I don't really like the gadgets in this game. They're kind of boring, but at least they're used frequently. Oh shit! Holy crap! That scared me. Oh crap! I probably should have died there. Right here, you actually have to go and use the polarizer on these magnets. It'll actually bring, well, your magnet to them. It's the most interesting thing I can think of out of the actual gadget itself. I will say, I am glad there isn't any kind of trespasser-like gadget in this game. Insomniac loved using it. There was one in the first game, two in the second, one in the third, one in tools of destruction. They loved using it. Granted, the actual only one I actually hated was the hacker from Up Your Arsenal, and I probably said exactly why I hate it, and I'm probably going to be saying that in Up Your Arsenal like 5 fucking times. But this game, again, there's a lot of problems with it, but the basic game's actually pretty good. It's just a lot of my complaints are either just straight up stupid things like, you know, story and all, or it's mainly just things that could have made it better or missed potential. Ooh, and look at that. I actually got the I got the last of the actual Mega Bomb armor. The more you get hit with the Mega Bomb armor on, it will actually turn it into basically power. And once you're glowing or blinking red, you hit an enemy, you do an explosion, and it does a lot of damage. A lot of damage.
What happened?
You got short-circuited when you interfaced with Luna.
She must have had a level 9 access protocol installed, which activates retroactively when
Of course she did. Right before you conked out, you said you found the clone factory coordinates.
Accessing? Yes, I do have them. I cannot believe I was stupid enough to make such a simple mistake.
It happens to the best of us, pal. The important thing is, you got the coordinates.
I suppose you are right. We should get going.
Oh well. If you actually want to go back into Clank, just go right there to Luna. That level isn't a bad level. It's just there's quite a few. There's too few levels in this game. I'm just gonna say it again. There's just too few levels. The next level is going to be an entire. It's going to be so much fighting in this actual level. It's not bad. It's just there's no real actual platforming in this level. And there's more gameplay changes that they use so many of them just as one-shots, and that bothers the hell out of me. But see ya, everybody. See you in the next part.
Ugh, I don't believe it. Another dead end. You lose a contact or something?
Just as I suspected.
Of course! The factory shrunk. Well, let's stomp around until we squish it, huh?
I do not think it will be that easy to find.
Fine. This little Emperor Otto should be a piece of cake anyway. Let's get shrinking.